This is the newest addition to our family. This is Radagast the Brown. Little Rad's adopted us, actually. He was a stray that kind of came around and decided he wasn't going to leave. He's very friendly. We took him in, and here he is. So say hello to Radagast the Brown, the new channel mascot. Thank you for turning to page 121. Today we're going to take a look at Challenge Magazine number 38. This was a magazine produced by Game Designers Workshop. It came out kind of semi-monthly. I think it came out about 8 or 9 times a year. But there we have a fine cover of some of our gear, mixing it up with our humans, and it doesn't look going well for the humans right now. And the first thing we see is an ad for Buck Rogers in the 25th century from TSR. TSR went all in on the Buck Rogers line for various reasons in the late 80s. I never bought it. I never really heard good things about it either. Don't really know. I can't give you an honest opinion. I can just tell you what I heard from various other players around at that time. And we have the Origins Award 1988, presented by the Academy Adventure Gaming Arts and Design. There you go. You can go ahead and vote for them. Here we are, table of contents for challenge number 38. Lauren K. Wiseman, managing editor. Lauren Wiseman did a lot for Traveler back in the day. And here we have a nice editorial from Lauren. We start off with Twilight 2000. Almost all of these, once Twilight 2000 was published, almost all of these came out with an article from Twilight 2000 right at the beginning. We have an ad for Grand Alliance, fully computer moderated play-by-mail. Detailed starship plans from Seeker. These are pretty, actually. I like these, from Findlay, North Dakota. Military electronics in Twilight 2000. There you go, another article. I played Twilight 2000 a time or two. It didn't really grab me. I preferred Gamma World, honestly. I realize it's not the same thing, but here's the equipment list by Lauren Wiseman and Legion G. McRae for Twilight 2000. So again, Twilight 2000 was a game they were very excited about at Game Designers Workshop, and it actually did quite well for them. Well enough that it was around for a long, long time. We have A Journey to Oblivion. And this is some short fiction by Timothy B. Brown. And this is for, looks like Space 1889. Yeah, looks like it. And then we have Battlescape, a revolution in board game design. Unleash your imagination. Big thing for Battletech at the time, GeoHex. Space 1889. Here's what you can get. These are the different items that were available at Space 1889 at the time. Here is an article on Space 1889. A game I didn't ever play. Some steampunk, if you will. 2300 AD, all the stuff available for it. This used to be Traveler 2300. But since it had no real connection to the Traveler universe, they just changed it to 2300 AD. Also by Game Designers Workshop. Continuing on our Space 1889 articles. This looks like it's an adventure for the high country. Continuing on, here we have Just Detected Little Wars in Normal, Illinois. Little Wars is actually thrown around here these days, up in, I think it's in Schaumburg, in April every year. It's Little Wars, a tabletop combat game. We have Weekend Warrior. I don't speak French. La Bataille de Moscow. Battle of Moscow, I'm guessing that is. From the Weekend Warrior in North Hollywood, California, for Napoleonic Gaming. Traveler News Service. This is the guy I went to each time. I go ahead and I jump into this. This covers during the rebellion from date 177-1118 to 243-1118. Live for the Traveler News Service. This is how you knew something, what was going on in the rebellion. The grapnel gun. Yes, we get a little grapnel gun for Mega Traveler in this one. We get some ads for Twilight 2000 stuff available from Game Designers Workshop, how you can buy it. GDW did a lot of their own ads in their magazine. Space Gamer, Fantasy Gamer, a new Space Gamer, Fantasy Gamer, Space 1889 issue in the January-February 89 issue of Space Gamer Fantasy. So 35 years ago, you could go ahead and grab this. And here we have for Traveler, Mega Traveler. This is Traveler. Prize Court, a naval campaign variant. I like prizes in Traveler. That can be really interesting. When you capture a ship and you want to take it back to port, you have to put a crew aboard and get the ship back there safely. That can be not only a story arc, it can be a short campaign, or if it's something you do routinely, it can be a longer campaign. So, Mega Traveler, Prize Court. There we go. We've got Boarding Party for Mega Traveler. The Broadsword. Love the Broadsword. This was such a great ship. It still is a great ship. I love the Broadsword class mercenary cruiser. Colonial cruiser in this case. Berserker, a tactical space board game based on the Fred Saberhagen novels, the Berserker novels. Machines come alive and decide man is too dangerous to coexist with it. Then we go to Monitor Class Scout for Mega Traveler. We get a fair amount of Mega Traveler in this issue, which was not always the case when this magazine was new. I like the deck plans. That's one thing I loved about this is you were able to get deck plans with a lot of the issues. And even if it was for a system you weren't playing, like 2300 or even Twilight 2000, you still got some usable deck plans or floor plans. GDW product distribution. They were all over the world at the time. West Germany, Japan, United Kingdom, Italy, Sweden, and New Zealand. Australia, Finland, France, and Norway. Spain. That's a lot. Space 101. 15 players, 15 turns, unlimited action by Simulations in Huntington Beach, California. Beware of wrecked enterprises. Mega Traveler supplements include Black Friday, Under and Crew, Psionic Handbook, Speaker Center, and its Mega Traveler companion software. I never had any of that. If anybody did, please leave some comments. Let me know how it was. Courier. Between Norris and Lucan is a swath of stars falling to the depths of barbarism and chaos. This, of course, is set for Mega Traveler. This is actually a pretty neat adventure. I do remember reading this one. I had plans to run it, but it was one of those things that we never got to realize. The group I was playing with that I really had hooked on Traveler, for various reasons, we kind of broke up right around the time, a little bit after this was published. I still had my normal gaming group, but the guys that were really into Traveler, I wasn't really seeing anymore, unfortunately. So there we go. This is a very Mega Traveler heavy issue, which I like. Continuing on. I have to reread this guy. I don't read these before I take a look at them on the channel, just because I kind of want it to be a surprise. And I very often find articles I want to go back and reread. And this is one of them. And here we go. Gen Con 89. Gen Con Game Fair. August 10th through the 13th of 89. Summer is still young. Up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Went to Gen Con several times. Star Cruiser Power by C.W. Hess for 2300 AD. Very hard of a starship. There we go. Another deck plan. It's for 2300, not Traveler, but I could still use it. Armored Assault from Iron Crown Enterprises. Zap 'em, blast 'em, fry 'em. Well, the actual weapon technology may be a millennia away. Why wait to use it? They set your sights in the third release in the Space Master Gaming Trilogy, Armored Assault. I do have this guy. I gotta take a look at Space Master. Let me know if there's any interest in looking at Space Master. I played it a few times. It was very rules heavy, very tables. Well, like all the ICE stuff was at the time. Beta Antares Sector for Star Trek. I read a lot of the Star Trek stuff just because back in the late 80s, there wasn't a ton of Star Trek you could get. Just the movies that were coming out throughout the 80s and some novels, but not much else. So this continues on. I like the Star Trek stuff. One of the reasons I bought Challenge. Sorry, these pages stick together. There we go. Continuing on the Star Trek. Direct Fire Artillery for Battletech. Some neat little articles for Battletech. This is by C.W. Hess. Some nice little articles. It's fun to go back and read these now, 35 years later, and see how Battletech has changed as a game. Battletech is still very much alive and still very fun. We still play it sometimes. I'm going to film one of those and I'll present it on the channel. Continuing on our Battletech, Direct Fire Artillery. And then we have the breakdown of the firing battalions. Continue on, very long Battletech article, kind of unusual for Challenge. Then we have Come Aboard Voyages to the Worlds of Science Fiction Gaming. quarterly magazine by Starlance Publications. A Place in the Sun, a pair of scenarios for fastest BattleTech and CityTech games. I played CityTech a couple of times. I didn't own it, but it was okay. I prefer regular straight-up BattleTech. New Mega Traveler products from Digest Group Publications, 101 Vehicles, Starship Operator's Manual Volume 1, and Traveler's Digest Magazine. All really good supplements. Starship Operator's Manual was phenomenal. GDW, wow. Mongoose has their Starship Operators book coming out in the next month or so. I'm pretty excited to see it. And now we take a look at Star Wars. Again, in the late 80s, not much Star Wars out there. There was, of course, the West End game for Star Wars, which I did play but never owned. It was a pretty neat system. Die 6 system, as I recall. And a nice scenario for it. Now we have a house ad for Mega Traveler from Game Designers Workshop. This is all the stuff you could get for Mega Traveler in early 89. Ships of the Pursuit Wing from Renegade Legion. I did like Renegade Legion. I played a lot of Renegade Legion in the early 90s. It was FASA's kind of their alternative to BattleTech. They wanted a game that would be successful like BattleTech, but that wasn't BattleTech. And I thought they did a good job with Renegade Legion, the various games that were available for it. It never really caught on, though, and has since passed away. I have recently found a Renegade Legion page on Facebook that they're calling themselves the New FASA, and they're trying to revive Renegade Legion. I'm pretty interested. And then reviews. Wasteland, a computer game which might amuse Twilight 2000 players. And then we have Call of Cthulhu Keeper's Screen. War Games from the War Game Leader, Game Designers Workshop, filling up their own magazine with their own ads. I like it. And then we have, continuing on the article for the reviews, and then we have Air Power, the Journal of Air Combat Gaming from Air Power Publications in LaGrange, Georgia. And there we have the Challenge Classifieds. I used to look at these a lot. Some of these were in the area of where I lived here in the southwest suburbs of Chicago, so I would find some here and there. I never really met up with anybody on these, but still need to read. And then War, the Inner Spheres in Flames, the Fourth Succession War, and then, of course, leading into the Fifth Succession. Fifth? Well, no, still the fourth. Sorry, little traveler slipping out there. Warrior on Guard, Warrior Riposte, Warrior Coup, Wolves on the Border. Those are all pretty good novels. I read all those. And then we go to Space 1889 ad in the back of the magazine. The adventures of the century await for Space 1889. As I said, that was never one I played. I saw it on the shelves all the time, and nothing against it. It was just nothing that ever spoke to me. So there you have it. That's a look at challenge number 38 from 35 years ago. And let me know what you think. If you want to see more challenge, please leave a comment below. Any comments or likes are welcome. If you like the channel, please like and subscribe. Tell your friends. And I'll see you next time on page 121.